AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from downtown Baton Rouge.
Let's ride!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR, presented by Decision Critical, Concierge Nursing in Baton Rouge. Actually, all over the state of Louisiana. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt!
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You. Oh. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. My goodness, are we jam-packed today? Fantasy Blitz, Johnny Avello from the DraftKings Sportsbook, Neil McCready talking Rebs. We've got Aaron Taylor with us talking offensive line. Mike Triplett, good night alive. Do we have a lot to do? Let's go.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
As we count down to LSU and Ole Miss, certainly one of the big storylines is going to be the availability report centered around LSU starting running back Caden Durham. Now, Brian Kelly was on the SEC coaches teleconference on Wednesday morning and was asked for the update again. So this was Wednesday morning, if you remember. This is what Brian Kelly said Wednesday morning.
I think we're going to list him as questionable today, and then we'll see how he progresses through practice, every day. So it could go from questionable to out or questionable to probable, depending on how he moves through the remainder of practices. And we won't make those assessments until we see the full body of work during practice.
Okay, so the original injury report, the initial participation report, I should say, on Wednesday night had Caden Durham as questionable. Good news, had West Weeks and Trey'Dez Green as probable, as we anticipated. Kelly said both would have played last week if it were a championship game, but they were playing Southeastern Louisiana, so they had the opportunity to hold them out. So they did. Both guys should be a full go this week. Pete Nakos over at On 3 earlier this afternoon, late morning today, Thursday, tweeted LSU running back Caden Durham is trending in the right direction to be available Saturday at number 13 Ole Miss, barring a setback. He says sources tell Shea Dixon and I. He exited LSU's win over Southeastern with the ankle injury. By the way, Pete, Shea Dixon and me. Come on. Be better. Be better, Pete. I'm sure Pete's a great guy. And you can call me a grammar nerd. But if you're in print media, you got to get that right. Anyway, so I do think Caden Durham's availability is a big deal. We've talked a lot this week. Not just us here, all of us collectively have talked a lot about the matchup with LSU's running game against Ole Miss's rush defense. Statistically, through a month, that is bad on bad. LSU right now is one of the poorest rushing teams in all of college football. The Tigers rank 112th nationally in rush offense at 116 yards per game. Meanwhile, Ole Miss is one of the worst rush defenses in the country. They're allowing close to 200 rush yards per game. That's dead last in the SEC. So it is bad on bad so far through a month. When you look at that, yes, I would like for LSU to have their starting running back a full go for this football game. But one thing that has started to crystallize for me as we've gotten closer here to kickoff is how interesting it is the contradiction that, or maybe maybe I would just say more the misinformation that many people have about this LSU team. And let me go back to the summer. And I say this often at SEC Football Media Days, where you go to that event and the team you cover deep and you have surface level knowledge of the rest of the league. You go to that event, or at least I do, with the intention of gaining a deeper knowledge of the rest of the league. And I think one of the things that I certainly feel like I had a lot of conversations as people were asking about LSU. I was talking about, of course, the transfer portal class and what they added defensively. I still think that from a national perspective, I'm talking odds makers, talking heads, pundits, fans, whoever, I still think collectively college football has not caught up with how good LSU's defense is. We know it. I mean, y'all have heard me say it since spring. I mean, you go out there, you put your eyes on them at practice, and you go, oh, that looks different. Oh, that's what $18 million looks like. But I think collectively, the college football whole doesn't understand what LSU did defensively. So when I keep hearing people reference LSU's inability last year to stop a running quarterback, I just chuckle because, I mean, that take ain't worth a painting of a velvet painting of a whale and a dolphin getting it on. Is that the line from Ricky Bobby? Like, you don't make a lick.
That is the line.
That's it. I mean, actually, for this weekend, let's dive in a little bit there. Part of the reason LSU was atrocious a year ago, both in allowing explosive plays and their inability to defend against the run, was because they had awful safety play. I think the worst safety play I've ever seen in my years covering or watching LSU. A school that's produced LaRon Landry and Eric Reed and Jamal Adams and Grant Delpit and Brandon Taylor and like dudes at that position. You were awful there a year ago. Well, the guy that helped make up that safety room is now playing for Ole Miss. And you went and got an all-conference player to replace him. Like, I just genuinely think most people don't know yet. And a lot of the narrative around this game has centered around discrediting LSU's wins over Clemson and Florida because of the struggles they've had. My point would be, well, I think part of the reason Clemson's had the struggles they had is because they played LSU. I mean, what if Cade Klubnik hits that pass on the fourth down play over the middle instead of being flushed by Harold Perkins? They score a tie, win in overtime. How different is their season to this point? I mean, the Georgia Tech game, Clemson probably should, if they play a clean game, they win that game by double digits. Now, they didn't, and credit Georgia Tech. But Clemson threw an interception at the goal line. They fumbled deep in their own territory, which led to a field goal. They missed a field goal. That's a 13-point swing right there. Anyway, and then Florida, can we all objectively agree that Florida's defense is good? I mean, we all think Miami's offense is great. Florida held Miami to 13 points midway through the fourth quarter last week. Like, Florida's offense is a joke, but their defense is really good. So some of the hangups people have on LSU, I think, are a bit misplaced, and so as a result, they're missing it. They're missing just how good this defense is. But I think this weekend is going to be probably the national illustration for most people of, oh, damn, like, no, they're really good. That's not just they played Clemson, who can't figure themselves out, and Lagway, who stinks, and like, no, that's yeah. I mean, I'll keep saying it over and over. And I almost have, the more I dig into this game, and I don't start this on Monday, like giving takes on games. You wait until as the week goes on, you learn more about the teams, the game, who's going to play, situations, all that stuff. You talk to people close to both teams, you learn more. I almost feel irrationally confident that LSU is going to win this game. And y'all know I ain't the guy that just blindly picks LSU every week. I picked LSU to lose to Clemson. I picked LSU to lose to Ole Miss last year in Baton Rouge. I just look at Ole Miss and I go, okay, that's a team that got caught in a quagmire against a bad Kentucky team and had to limp past them in Lexington. They played an awful Arkansas team where they gave up 500 yards to Arkansas on their home field. You've got a former Division II quarterback who has seen nothing like what he is going to see Saturday with Blake Baker, who's now got 2 weeks of film of Trinidad Chambliss. And by the way, pros, like legit NFL pros at every level of LSU's defense. from Bernard Gooden and Patrick Payton and Jack Pyburn to Whit Weeks and Harold Perkins and Mansour Delane and A.J. Halsey. I mean, this kid hadn't seen anything like this. And I'm supposed, I know that the home team has won the last 5 in this series. I think that's going to change on Saturday in a big way. Like, I'm looking at this going, what am I missing? Like, I am seeing something completely different than what odds makers are seeing and what some of the national pundits are seeing. I was looking at a video that Josh Pate did, who I respect tremendously. And he thinks Ole Miss, thinks the line should be Ole Miss 4, and he thinks they would win and cover that. I don't know what I'm missing. I just think that I'm not missing anything. I think I actually have seen this LSU defense for 20 hours of practice in fall camp, and they're awesome. And they're going to go suffocate Ole Miss on Saturday. Like, I'm not trying to be your hype man. I just think that's what's going to happen. I think the line is wrong. I think everybody that's picking this game and leaning Ole Miss are just missing what is the most obvious thing, which is LSU went and spent $20 million on a defense full of dudes, and they are wrecking people. And I don't believe a Division II quarterback without Trey Harris and explosive playmakers like they had a year ago are going to be able to hold up. Maybe I'll be dead wrong. We'll find out. If I am, y'all can laugh at me. We'll do all the full predictions and everything like that on Friday's show as we go through the entire slate. We're brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light. If you're heading to Oxford, make sure before you go to Oxford, do your shopping in the state lines here, man. Leave that tax money here. And, of course, pick up delicious ice-cold Bud Light in the officially licensed LSU can. The white aluminum bottle with the LSU Tiger Head logo. It's a hat tip to LSU's tradition of wearing white at home. Hat tip to Courtney over at Mockler Beverage, who designed these cans, which then, of course, have to be approved by Anheuser-Busch. But she did an awesome job with the design here locally, and you can find them at great local retailers. So drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of the Tigers, the official beer of the Saints, and the official beer of AFR. All right, y'all, we're glad you're with us. We're brought to you by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. Yes, in Baton Rouge, but all over the state of Louisiana. And actually exciting news as Decision Critical is about to open up an office in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Super excited for Blasia and their expansion, how big that company has become, and the many people that they are serving. DecisionCriticalBR.com. All right, it is after further review. Love telling you about Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics, OLOLRMC.com/LSU. That's the website, OLOLRMC.com/LSU. If you want to go learn more about the championship health partnership, about the many NIL deals that Our Lady of the Lake has done with LSU athletes, not only in football, but excited to tell you much more about the NIL deals they're doing with LSU athletes in all sports, just further deepening that connection with the LSU athletics community, the school community, and, of course, not only Baton Rouge, but the entire state of Louisiana that the entire health system serves. It's Our Lady of the Lake. Learn more at OLOLRMC.com/LSU. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, together, we roar. Okay, quick break. Saints are off the practice field. Good news on the injury front that we'll share with a starter returning to being a full participant today. We'll tell you who next on AFR.
After further review. After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. Healthcare for your lifestyle. Learn more at DecisionCriticalBR.com.
One ball, 2 strikes. And he gets the strikeout. He's got 7, and he has 6 shutout innings. We'll see what the Pirates decide to do with big Paul Skenes in his final start of the year.
Well, that would be it for Paul Skenes. He would throw 6 shutout innings, his 7 strikeouts on the day. Paul Skenes exited with a 2-0 lead and got a no decision. So Muse, he does not finish with a winning record. Now he finishes with a non-losing record. He finishes the season 10-10. So I need to check on this, but I'm almost positive he's going to win the Cy Young. He's going to win it going away. But I'm almost positive he will be the first Cy Young winner to not have a winning record. The closest ever, I believe, was DeGrom a few years ago with the Mets. He was one game over 500. Maybe was it 2018? If you're looking it up, what year was DeGrom? I think he was 10-9.
I didn't look that. I looked up if there was a without a winning record, and there's one.
Who was it?
It's Eric Gagne in 2003.
Oh, but okay, that's right.
But not a starter.
He wasn't a starter, so that's the caveat. Yes, so that doesn't get. We talked about that. He was a closer with the Dodgers. So that obviously, if he's going to factor in the decision, by and large, it's going to be if he blew a save. So we're talking about starters.
What year were you saying? I'm sorry.
I think DeGrom was 2018.
All right, I'll look it up.
DeGrom had a great year. The Mets weren't good, and he was just unconscious that year. Won the Cy Young. I think he was 10-9. I think he was one game over. Was it 18?
It was 2018. He had 10 wins.
He was 10-9. He was one game over 500. So he had to be 10-9. So Paul Skenes has. Is this a dubious distinction, or does that more speak to just how awesome he is?
I was about to say I don't think it's dubious at all. I think it speaks to the Hall of Fame trajectory that guy is on 2 years. I mean, he has already won Rookie of the Year. He has started 2 All-Star games already. Like, I think what shows you how great he is and just how bad his team is, that stat everyone keeps throwing around. Like, if they just give him, 4 runs of support, he's like 35-1 in his career or something like that. It's absurd.
In his 10 wins this year, he's given up 2 earned runs. I mean, he's like, we could throw out all the superlatives. Obviously, we're pulling for him. He's an LSU guy, and everyone loves him here. But he's outstanding to watch. It's a shame that he's on a terrible team. But we'll say, remember, when Pittsburgh drafted him, he was do you remember when they were you were doing Tigers in the pros? Like, he was in A-ball, like in rookie ball.
Yeah.
And it was like,
they started him in rookie ball.
It's like, what are you doing? But I will say, you could look at this year, and Skenes made all 32 starts. And one of the things he said after the game that he was sort of most proud of was that he didn't miss a start. And for the size and the physicality with which he pitches, the thing that I think we can now, with the benefit of hindsight, look back and look at Pittsburgh and say, okay, well, maybe I don't love the fact that you pulled him in the 6th inning with a no-hitter, but they've just been very mindful of not running him into the ground. And it's, I think, a big reason of why he was able to make all 32 starts. And Paul Skenes deserves a tremendous amount of credit as well. He's a guy who, with a military background, great discipline, when he was here, took amazing control of his body, his rehab, his prehab, his recovery, all of it, his off-season program. And I think that's going to give him great longevity, even with the arm action, the physicality with which he pitches. But Paul Skenes is going to win the Cy Young going away, and he's going to do it with a 10-10 record because the Pittsburgh Pirates stink.
Yeah, I wanted him to get that game over 500, man. I really did. But
he left with he gave up no runs.
He had a 1.97 ERA on the year.
He gave up no runs. He left with a 2-0 lead, and they blew it. They blew it.
He's awesome. I mean, barring injury, is there anyone else who's going to start the NL All-Star game for the next, however many years? I mean, I guess some guy can come up and be great, but I mean,
Paul Skenes could come up.
Like, there? Yeah.
The thing I missed, of course, there was Livy Dunn in the suite watching Skenes, and she was wearing the emotion, watching him pitch, which is really cool and sweet to see. That, like, she's just very, like, she's hanging on every pitch and living and dying with it, which is awesome. And that's I mean, they've been together now. I mean, they were dating while he was at LSU, so it's been now 2+ years that they've been dating. I don't think they were public at the time, but I remember getting videos from people who knew they were together when they were in Omaha, and like she was in Omaha in 23 to watch him pitch. So I mean, it's been 2+ years that they've been together, so that's great for them. You wish them well. I know a lot of people have had the picture going viral of outdoor game, maybe a little humid, a little warm, humidity. But hopefully for Livy, this turns into. I'll just say it. I'm not trying to embarrass her like she cares, but like she had like some sweat stains on her shirt, under her arms, like outdoors and at a baseball game, whatever. She I hope Secret or Degree or somebody like hits her up and they do a deal. Like she should lean into it and go get broke off with an awesome, well, not NIL, but an endorsement deal for a deodorant company. or an antiperspirant. Like, why wouldn't you? Somebody call her. Like, let's go. Let's get that done immediately.
Make a lot of sense. I mean, she's got a pretty good following still. People know her.
Oh, my God.
Like, I mean,
Olivia Dunn's going to do awesome forever. But, I mean, who hasn't been in that situation?
Everybody,
I probably have, in this studio, I probably have sweat stains right now under here.
Just happens, man.
Yeah.
It's part of
giant lights in here. Studio lights.
Humanity.
Make it on. It is. All right, so congrats to Paul Skenes. What an incredible year. He'll win the Cy Young in a landslide. That's awesome. And the AL will be Skubal or Crochet will win it. I'm sure you're going. I got to see Crochet pitch in Boston in the game against the Yankees.
He's awesome, man.
I hate that it's a Tennessee guy.
Yeah, I know.
And I love that Judge homered off of him in the game.
He did
in Boston. That always
I got a video of Judge homering off of Crochet from somebody in attendance actually at that baseball game. Yeah.
Well, I tweeted it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You also texted it to me.
My nephew took it. You could hear my 15-year-old nephew drop a little expletive when the ball. I didn't mind at all. Not a lick. It was great.
I'd
Anyway.
love for Crochet to win it, but yeah, I think it'll be Skubal.
We'll see.
But
All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. We're brought to you by Rouse's, helping you cover the spread all year long. Not the point spread, your tailgate spread. Hey, listen, the Tigers and the Saints are both on the road this week, so maybe you're not tailgating here. Maybe you're home gating. Maybe you're having the game watch party, having people over to watch the Tigers on Saturday or the Saints on Sunday. Let Rouse's help you out. Party platters, tailgate trays, they got all that stuff. Maybe you just want some meat to throw on the grill. Steaks, maybe you want ribs, whatever, pork chops. They got it all at Rouse's. And, of course, your chips and your dips and your sides and your desserts, everything at Rouse's. The official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints, they've got game day covered over at Rouse's, rouses.com, rouses.com. Remember, download the Rouse's app. You can always use the personal shopper right there. They'll pick out your items. You pull into one of the spots. They'll bring it out to your car. You'll get out of your car. They make it super easy for 65 years. Helping you make groceries with your mom and them over at Rouse's. This feels like home. Okay, the New Orleans Saints are off of the practice field today on Thursday. Of course, they'll be taken off this weekend for a game up in Buffalo where they're a giant 16.5-point underdog, unfortunately. But for the New Orleans Saints, it's a little bit of good news as they're back on the practice field. So players that were not at practice during the media session, Cedric Wilson, Dylan Radins, who he's got a toe. I mean, there's a tough scene out here with Dylan Radins in the toe.
it is. I mean,
Fresh off of Trevor Penning and his toe.
Mm-hmm. Toes bothering Radins.
I mean, you went from Trevor Penning, who had a toe. Now Dylan Radins got a toe. You play left guard for the Saints, you got to have a toe.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a toe, can't play left guard for the Saints.
Nope.
It's unfortunate to see that. Here's the good news for the New Orleans Saints. Devon Vele was back and practicing, and Taliesin Fuaga was also back, which is fantastic news. So remember, on Wednesday, Trevor Penning, who's still got a toe. The toe hasn't gone away. That toe is still there for Trevor Penning. He's got a toe, but he practiced. Well, Fuaga was also back today. So we'll wait for the full injury report to see exactly what the designation is for Taliesin Fuaga. But it looks like it's out.
I got it. Yep, it's out.
So what did they say?
Tali was full participant.
Okay, good.
Knee and back, full participant.
Okay, great. So obviously, if you're not practicing by the time you get to the end of the week, it's going to be really challenging. Here it is for you to play on Sunday. But here is the official injury report. All right. So, man, this is just not one to cooperate today, is it? Hold. Feel like in The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Hold. So Dylan Radins, Chase Young, DNPs. Tolly was full. Trey Palmer, Devon Vele, Cam Jordan, Trevor Penning. Trey Palmer, Devon Vele, limited. Cam Jordan, Trevor Penning, full participants. For the Bills, here you go. Just 4 players listed. Spencer Brown, Matt Milano, Ed Oliver, all DNPs. And then AJ Epinesa with a pec. He's got a pec. He was limited with his pec. All right, Mike Triplett will be here with us in hour number 3. We'll look forward to talking to Mike, see what he thinks about maybe possibility of the Saints heading up to Buffalo a little healthier. I continue to just circle the Chase Young DNP, and I can't help but be disappointed by that. We've talked about it plenty, but my goodness, you had an opportunity to put him on the short-term IR. It looks like he's trending toward missing 4 games. It's been a waste of a roster spot now for a month, but another mismanaged injury situation for the Saints. But we'll see. Maybe Chase Young can turn the corner. Hard to imagine that happening with him not practicing at all for the last 3 weeks now through this week, having not been on the practice field. Hard to imagine him being out there at all this week against Buffalo. All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. Our Thursday shows are presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing in Baton Rouge. As they like to say, it's not just healthcare, it's healthcare for your lifestyle, from birth to end-of-life care and everything in between. Maybe you've gotten a tough diagnosis, cancer diagnosis. Maybe it's diabetes. You need help with someone going to different treatments. Decision Critical can provide transportation while you go to a doctor's appointment and also sit with you to help translate whatever the doctor might be saying. Maybe you need in-home care. And they do a great job of working with your HSA, your FSA funds, your insurance, and then they will fill in the gaps where your insurance can't cover. It's more affordable than you might think. It's concierge nursing. It's not just healthcare. It's healthcare for your lifestyle. DecisionCriticalBR.com, DecisionCriticalBR.com. But don't be thrown off by BR. Blasia has nurses now working in all corners of the state of Louisiana, and they're about to open up their Dallas office as well. So fired up no matter where you are in the boot, DecisionCriticalBR.com. All right, quick break. We'll go around the SEC when we come back. Darren Tietken, our Fantasy Blitz here in 14 minutes from right now. We're heading to Vegas. Johnny Avello from the DraftKings Sportsbook will be here in 30 minutes to talk about all the line movement with LSU Ole Miss. We'll make sense of that. Neil McCready next hour. Aaron Taylor in hour 3. Mike Triplett in hour 3. Yo, we are loaded today. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery with 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Siegen near Airline, LA 16 in Denham. Mid-City on Don Moore and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Buy local, shop local. Tell you every single day. Y'all, LSU plays at 2:30 on Saturday. So, Saturday morning, get up, have your coffee, get to Clegg's. Go buy your pumpkins and your hay bales and your squash and your gourds and your wheat stalks and scarecrows and all the great fall decor. Bring it home. Set up your decorations. Great thing to do with the family as well. Kids will love it. Front patio, back porch. Maybe you need it for your office building. Nobody has better fall decor than our friends over at Clegg's Nursery. And, of course, they've got the fall flowers and bedding plants, all those beautiful earth tones. What a great time of year to get in the garden and just plant something. And Clegg's has the best selection. So bypass the big box store. Buy local, shop local, and tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. Healthcare for your lifestyle. Learn more at DecisionCriticalBR.com.
Lane Kiffin is doing a tremendous job. And for someone to appreciate the job that he's doing is me. Because I was there. And, Ole Miss is a good school, but it's not a top-tier SEC school. But he's not letting that get in his way. The recruiting that he's doing and the coaching that he's doing is phenomenal.
What kind of job is Lane doing, Muse? What kind of job is he doing?
Tremendous job.
He's doing a tremendous
job.
What a word.
It's a good one.
Good to see Ed pivoting off of different adjectives that he likes a little bit there. A tremendous job. Yeah. I think at one point we did a mashup just of Coach O saying tremendous.
He loves it, man.
He loves that word.
Tremendous and phenomenal. Both of those two.
Phenomenal. Coach O was on Sportsmanlike earlier today on ESPN Radio, and he was asked if he plans on coaching again. This is, if nothing else, it's interesting because he's starting to put himself out there a little bit more.
I plan on getting back this year. I had enough. My boys are set. I've taken 4 years on the beach. You can only go to the beach so many times. I've had a great time here on South Beach. Well, I got 2 boys at the University of Miami. Mario Cristobal has been great to me. I got another boy at Tulane. He's coaching the tight ends. Everybody's set, and I'm getting bored, and I've texted them too many times during the day what's going on. I'm at practice in Miami right now. I'm in a stairwell hiding so they don't see me on the phone.
He sounds great, sounds energetic, and wish him well, man. It'll be interesting to see what opportunities are there for Edo. I can't imagine a major head coaching job becoming available for him. If he wanted to go coach Northwestern State, like, he could absolutely have that opportunity. I'd be interested to see if there's a G6 program that maybe needs the attention that might take a swing. But if Ed Ogeron wants to go be a recruiting coordinator, defensive line coach somewhere, and make it like Bo Davis was $1 million defensive line coach at LSU, Ed Ogeron could absolutely do that somewhere, almost anywhere. So, but he's eager. He's eager to get back in, says he'll be back in next year. Coach O was on Sportsmanlike on ESPN Radio earlier today. If you want to catch that entire interview, you can do so on demand. If you catch the Unsportsmanlike podcast, so wherever you get podcasts. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad you're with us. Brought to you by Parish Construction and Roofing, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Do business with someone you know. That's me and Terrio and Tilly and Joe Morales, our great staff over at Parish Construction and Roofing. I'm proud to be an owner or partner in Parish Construction and Roofing. We service the whole state of Louisiana, no matter if it's your home, commercial building as well. We offer financing options. So if you're not filing an insurance claim, if you're coming out of pocket, we can finance your roof. Maybe you are filing an insurance claim, but you need help with your deductible. We can help we can help you finance your deductible as well. And we have so many relationships. So we've talked a lot about fortified roofs. The state of Louisiana, the LDI, Louisiana Department of Insurance, has a tax credit for fortified roofs. Well, we actually have relationships with other grants that we can help you and you get for your home to offer a fortified roof to the tune of thousands of dollars. Let us explain more. Just give us a shout if you want to call the office, or if you'd rather start at the website, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Just fill out the form on the homepage. We'd love to help you out. Parishbuilt.com. Do business with someone you know. Parish Construction and Roofing. Okay, do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Cornerback Judge Collier is officially questionable for South Carolina's matchup with Kentucky. Suffered a knee injury against Virginia Tech in the opener, has not played yet. He has returned to practice, but not sure yet if he's going to play Saturday against the Wildcats.
The Arkansas Razorbacks.
Pete Thamel is reporting that Notre Dame cornerback Leonard Moore questionable at Arkansas on Saturday. Thamel also noted that Notre Dame starting nickel Devontae Smith is probable against the Razorbacks. Moore did not play in the win against Purdue this past weekend after starting the first two games. Smith injured his ankle during pregame warm-ups against Texas A&M.
The Oklahoma Sooners.
Couple of notes here. Oklahoma has landed five-star offensive tackle Cooper Hackett. He flipped from Texas Tech to OU. He's the third pledge for 2027. He's the number 10 overall prospect in the country for 2027. And Sooners also landed in-state lineman Caden Penny, another 2027 prospect. Chose the Sooners over Texas A&M and Ohio State. He's the number 45 overall prospect in the country for 2027.
The Vanderbilt Commodores.
Three-star 2027 quarterback Luke Babin has committed to Vanderbilt. He's out of the state of Texas. 6'2", 175. He's the number 27 quarterback in the composite, the 53rd best player in the state of Texas.
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
And speaking of quarterbacks, Ty Simpson, he's got an NIL deal with Gatorade. He announced it via social media. Financial terms not disclosed. Simpson's got some pretty big name partnerships already. EA Sports, Raising Cane's, Hollister, because Hollister's still a thing? Hollister's still a thing?
Hollister?
Apparently.
I know Abercrombie's still a thing, but I didn't know Hollister
Panini
was.
Tops, Hollister. That's good. I mean,
shout out.
Tell you what, man. Well, Matty Moe circa 2002 had himself some Hollister jeans. My college roommate worked at Hollister, so we got the discount.
Nice.
Oh,
that's
it's good.
strong.
Love the discount. Shout out Matt Weitzel, wherever you are. Might be listening actually right now. Who knows? Lives in Orlando, but listens a lot. All right, there you have it. That is Around the SEC. Thursday shows are presented by Decision Critical, Concierge Nursing. It's not just healthcare, it's healthcare for your lifestyle. Learn more at decisioncriticalbr.com, decisioncriticalbr.com. I was over at the office earlier today visiting with Blaze. You're doing some social media content. They're just phenomenal. You need in-home health care with you at the hospital, the doctor's office, in your home, whatever it is. Their expertly trained nurses can help with all of it. More than 80 nurses on staff to help serve you. DecisionCriticalBR.com. All right, quick break. Come back. Darren Tietgen will be here for our Fantasy Blitz. Week 4 in the NFL kicks off tonight. Before you set your fantasy football roster, check with our guys at whotostart.net, who2start.net. Get your question in. Email us, tweet us, text us. You can text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Fantasy Blitz next on AFR.
AFR.
Man, we are going to get a little bit of a cold snap. And by cold snap, I mean lows in the mid-60s. But I'll take it. River City's 1 hour air. It's about time you start waking up that heater, y'all. The heater safety check. Before you know it, you're going to be cranking that thing on. And I want to remind you, before the cold weather comes, before you turn on your heater, call River City's 1 hour air. Ask for the heater safety check. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001. Do not put this off. If I asked you point blank, when was the last time you had your heater cleaned and inspected? If you can't remember, it's been too long because you should do it every single year. Do not let that thing become hazardous before the cold weather comes. Protect your home, protect your family. Make sure your heater is running efficiently. It'll save you money. It'll extend the life of your heater. 752-0001, preseason heater safety check.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Decision Critical Concierge Nursing. Healthcare for your lifestyle. Learn more at DecisionCriticalBR.com. After further review, this is the Fantasy Football Blitz.
Do you know who I am?
Powered by whotostart.net.
Who the hell are you?
Whotostart.net. The Fantasy Football Blitz.
Who the bitten?
This is the Fantasy Football Blitz. Powered by whotostart.net.
Who are you?
Week 4 of the NFL season kicks off tonight. Fired up for it, Seattle, Arizona, an NFC West battle. Darren Tietgen's with us, whotostart.net, to answer your personalized fantasy football question. Darren, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for some more football.
Yeah, man. Musso and I were talking about it yesterday. Like, we got to figure out the Tuesday, Wednesday thing. I mean, we need some action. We need something just to get rolling here with some football so we have it 7 nights a week. But let us start the binge this weekend. It is the Seahawks. It is the Cardinals. A couple teams the Saints have already played this year and lost to both of them. What are we keeping an eye on tonight?
I'm looking at the situation in Arizona with the running backs now that James Conner's out for the season. Obviously, Trey Benson steps into that number one role. But if you're in a deeper league and in a PPR league, DeMarcado is the pass-catching back for the Cardinals, and he might be able to get you some flex production. On the other side, look for Kenneth Walker and Jackson Smith and Jigba both to have big games tonight.
All right. If you got questions, of course, you can fire away. I always ask for sleepers. What are some of the names we're keeping an eye on here in Week 4?
Yeah, I got a couple for you. First, we like Woody Marks, a rookie running back for the Texans. Nick Chubb just did that. Knee doesn't look right. He's definitely not himself. I think he's playing at about 70 or 75%. So look for Woody Marks' role to maybe increase a little bit as the season goes on for the Texans. So he's a nice stash for you. And then also another rookie, Alec Ayumanar from the Titans. He's actually got the same number of targets as Calvin Ridley, but with 2 touchdowns. So look for him to keep up his production with rookie Cam Ward at quarterback.
All right. Get your questions in. Again, email us, tweet us, or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Lots of ways you can get your questions in. We'll start on the text line. Justin, who to start? Full PPR league. He's got Lamar Jackson or Jordan Love.
You got to play Lamar Jackson. I mean, obviously it's a tougher battle against that Chiefs defense, but should be a higher scoring game, and Lamar Jackson's pretty much a plug and play every week.
Hunter Henry or Tucker Kraft, who to start?
Those are 2 good tight ends. Henry had a big game last week. Looks to be on the same page with Drake May, but I think Tucker Kraft's probably in the better overall offense. So I would go Kraft just by a little bit, though.
BJ needs help at running back. He's got Alvin Kamara, and Quinshawn Judkins. Who to start?
Yeah, Judkins, he's kind of a surprise not being in training camp and not being in preseason, but he's been toting the rock there for the Browns team. But I think you go with Kamara just because he's a little bit of a safer play, especially in PPR format.
Let's see. Nathan had in a half PPR league needs help with the flex spot. He's got Alec A. Minor and Nick Chubb. Who to start?
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about with my sleepers. With Chubb not looking that great and Ailman are really looking pretty good, and with a couple of touchdowns in the past couple of weeks, I would probably go with the rookie wide receiver there.
Matthew, PPR league, Cooper Kupp. He's got Kupp or Godwin.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see what Godwin looks like back on the field. Even with the Mike Evans out, I think Godwin's kind of a riskier play. Cooper Kupp should have some targets tonight there against Arizona.
Remember, you can get your questions in. Email us, matt@1045espn.com. You can tweet us at Matt Moscona. You jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube channel, the Watch 1045 ESPN YouTube channel, or text 225-396-4400, 396-4400. Ray says he needs two. He's got Jamar Chase, Emeka Ibuka. Man, I am having trouble today, Darren. Jamar Chase, Emeka Ibuka, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Needs two of those.
Wow. Those are three really solid wide receivers. I hate to say this, but with Jamar Chase getting his balls from a backup quarterback that looked terrible last week, I think you might have to go Ibuka and Jackson Smith and Jigba.
All right, Ronnie Duke, who to start? He said he lost Burrow. So he's got Goff or Murray in a PPR league. Who to start?
I think he played Goff. Seattle's defense tends to play pretty tough in NFC West battles. So Murray's a decent start, but I think Goff is just a little bit of a safer, higher floor.
Darren, I probably should have asked this. We missed you last week, but do you have any options for people who had Joe Burrow, what they might look at?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the easy answer is Jake Browning, but he looked pretty rough last week. Maybe he steps up a little bit. He did okay last year in Burrow's stead. So I think the easy answer is Jake Browning. But a guy maybe like Sam Darnold tonight could be an adequate fill-in.
Okay. Matt says it's PPR. He says pick 4, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. He's got Pittman, Metcalf, Odunze, Allen, Godwin, and Waddle. Did you get all that?
Yeah, I think you're sitting Waddle and Godwin there. Just Godwin, just because it's his first week back after that brutal foot injury. So I think I'm sitting Waddle as well. That Miami offense looks pretty bad. So I think you're going with the other guys.
See if maybe I can get 1 or 2 more in here. Joey, a question that we never thought we'd ask in real life. Mahomes or Daniel Jones?
Yeah, obviously Mahomes is just an easy play every week. Doesn't really have the firepower at wide receiver that you'd like to see, but he seems to get it done, and it should be a shootout against the Ravens. I think he played Mahomes there.
Last one from Eric. Flex, T. Higgins or Travion Henderson, half a PPR?
I'm going Higgins there. Just even with Browning at the helm there, I think Higgins is a safer play.
Who2start.net, the numeral 2, who2start.net. He's Darren Tietkin. Before you set your roster, make sure you check with the guys at who2start.net. Darren, thank you. We'll do it next week.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man, we appreciate you. We are brought to you by Supper Club. Thursday, why go home? Why go home? Thursday, you knock off for work, don't go home. Go to Supper Club. Matt, I don't have a jacket. Doesn't matter. Got a collared shirt? Remember the dress code. You want to throw a sport coat on, by all means, please do. I love doing that when I go to Supper Club. But the stated dress code, you need a collared shirt. So pop on in. Have a glass of wine, craft cocktail at the bar, maybe have dinner at the bar. Maybe get lucky and get a table. But you can always get your reservation at supperclubbtr.com. Remember Saturday, LSU Ole Miss, 2:30. By the time the game ends, you might want to go out for a nice dinner on Saturday night. Make it Supper Club. Get your reservations at supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com. And my goodness, no better place on the Friday before a home football game to be in Baton Rouge than Supper Club. Get your reservations today at supperclubbtr.com. Okay, y'all, hour 2 coming up next.
AFR.
As we kind of move throughout the football season in the fall, everybody plans their calendars around, we all sort of, in this town anyway, genuflect at the purple and gold calendar. We plan weddings and childbirth around LSU football. Well, on October the 4th, LSU's got an open date, and that is the date of Federalis Fest in Baton Rouge. Very cool music festival in Baton Rouge, outdoors. And the Williamson Ice Center is the title sponsor of Federalis Fest, as they've been for I believe 3 years now, for as long as it's been going. So if you want more information, you can go to federalisfest.com. That's federalisfest.com. But we love, of course, supporting great local events in the Williamson Eye Center, doing the very same thing. So if you can get all the information at Federalis Fest, you want to get tickets, you can do so at federalisfest.com, sponsored and presented by the Williamson Eye Center. And as we are very fond of saying here, eye care, eyewear, eye surgery, they do it all better than anyone. You can learn more at williamsoneye.com.